Hello. Happy Thought for Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. Happy almost weekend. I hope that everyone is doing great. I'm a little late today, but here nonetheless. Make sure that we're going on here. Hold on. I thought I was on Instagram. I may not be. And now I am. So I'll give everybody just a minute. I hope that everybody's had a great week with weather change here on the East Coast. I don't know what it's looking like where you are, but trying to adjust to the cold, which looks like it may be here for a minute or two. So we are adjusting, and I know that everybody is preparing for the holidays. I don't believe it's already here, huh? Is that time? November seems to have, hey, Marcus, thanks for watching. November seems to have come in and going so quickly. It seems like it was just November 1st, like yesterday, right? Nonetheless, it's wonderful that we have progressed to this point. It's wonderful being here this evening, and thank you so much for watching with me. And I gave you a little teaser earlier today about what we were going to talk about on Thought for Thursday. And I talked about the fact that, every year this time, first of all, I have a special broadcast on the podcast. I usually interview someone who talks about dealing with the holidays. The holidays isn't always the best time of the year for everybody. There are all kinds of things going on. Yeah, there's happy memories, there are sad memories, there's the hustle and bustle of trying to make everything work as things get a little crazier around the holidays. We have family differences. We have issues with trying to make sure that the children are straight. We want to make sure that the house is straight. And all in the midst of it, for many of us, we're also trying to maneuver our emotions and trying to figure out exactly how to deal with the holidays where a table looks so different right now, where the turkey that you're eating doesn't taste like the turkey that you grew up on. It may be close, but it doesn't necessarily have Nana's touch. Or that gravy that, my granny used to bake, that she would sometimes, even with the turkey, she would sometimes do a chicken gravy and have pieces of chicken in it. Or let's not forget the holiday cakes and pies and the biscuits. So many things look different. Our table may not be as full as it used to be. We may have new traditions that are starting now where, family members used to make a certain dish, and now we're trying to adapt and learn that dish and make it for ourselves, and thinking, that we really do have it made just the same as our family members. However, it's not always just the same as our family members, huh? Things looks a little different. Looks a lot different for many people. And getting used to that isn't the easiest thing to do. For many of us, we try to plow right through it. And the huge mistake, and forgive me because we're having just a little bit of an issue here over on Instagram. That's what I'm trying to fix. For many of us, we try to plow through it and act as though all is well. Some people will just totally find themselves filling the days to forget what's going on. Others will try to overcompensate, perhaps for some people that are also feeling the sting of loved ones being gone during the holidays, and they will try and go above and beyond to try and hide where they are and how they're feeling, and to try and make it a little easier for others. There are all kinds of things that occur around the holidays that really don't always put us in the best place. So tonight, I want to talk just a little bit, just for a little while, about how to handle the holidays and how to deal with, quite frankly, sometimes the insanity that comes along with it and how to make it a time of reflection and gratitude, and a time where you cherish memories of times gone by, and go ahead and feel the emotions that you may feel as well. But work on being appreciative for the here and now, because you are in the here and now. So, what are some tips? What are some of the things that we may see that really kind of affect our sanity around the holidays? Anxiety is the first thing I think about. When I think about anxiety, a lot of it comes along with not really knowing, what to expect for some of us. For some people, it's the first time doing the holidays without a loved one who was such an intricate part of our lives, such an intricate piece of every holiday that we've experienced. How do you handle that? You have to prioritize healthcare, for example, to kind of steer off the anxiety that may be trying to rear its head in your life around the holidays. Make sure that you get your proper rest. Make sure that you're eating properly. Make sure that you're keeping yourself in a good mental space and not overwhelming yourself by taking on additional responsibilities that you don't necessarily need to take on. Recognize that a no really isn't a bad thing. Look out for yourself. Be more concerned about what you're doing with your body. Exercise more. Make sure you're doing the things that are going to keep you healthy, keep your brain clear, and keep you in a good space. Now, are you going to totally be able to get away from memories, or will you not feel sad? Chances are none of the above. You're going to feel the emotions of the things that were missing or that are missing that you're used to being there, to the person, to the tradition, to the way things look. We could miss the way that, for example, my father would decorate the house. I could miss, people just miss so many different things. And what I'm saying is, it's okay to go ahead and feel that, but then go ahead and also compound some of it by remembering the great things. Feast on the memories that made the time so awesome for you. Feast on the memories that help to establish the person that you are today, and be grateful for those experiences. Do you, like I said, feel the feels. It's okay to feel the feels, but make sure that you're pulling yourself to a point where you can appreciate the things that you had at one point that aren't here now, but you still have in your spirit. I still know and I still feel so well aunts that have gone on, my grandparents that have gone on, my father that has gone on. This season, to be honest with you, this time of the year is a rough one for me. I don't know why, there's no rhyme or reason to it. However, a number of my family members have passed on during this season, from the period of November probably until January. So all of those memories are conjured up. And again, the way to deal with some of that, in addition to feeling it, is to go ahead and be able to remember the things that brought you joy, and remember the things that happened that really, again, shaped where you are right now and who you are right now. Some other things that you can do to make sure that you steer away from anxiety and depression that may come up: unplug. During the holiday season, it may not be the best thing to watch all the holiday movies if it really doesn't put you in a good place. Perhaps you don't want to see that. Maybe you want to watch something else, or maybe you just don't want to watch anything at all, and that is perfectly fine. Spend more time in order to pull away from grief and anxiety and depression. Spend more time doing things that are going to elevate your spirit. Self care, as I mentioned before, do your candles, do reading that's going to bring you joy, do things that are going to preoccupy you when you need to be preoccupied and not dwelling in things. Make sure that you go around people who are going to be able to elevate you and help you to rejoice and to be able to enjoy just being around. Enjoy and take in the things that you're seeing even during this season, even though it may not be the easiest of times for you. Find people who are going to be able to help to pull you out of a deep place. Make sure that you do things. I know for me, it helps to even set up memory type things, scrapbooking, perhaps going through the pictures alone, going through old family memories, any number of things. The point is, do something that is going to bring you joy, something that's going to be able to pull you from where you are. Now, all of us aren't dealing with really sad memories or sad times, happy memories, I hope. Some of us are just overwhelmed by the season because there is so much to do. How do you handle that? How do you make sure? I know for a number of years, particularly when the kids were younger, you could bank on the fact that Christmas Day, my neck was going to be hurting, my back was going to be hurting, or something was going to be hurting where I was stretched out on the couch on meds because I had done so much in preparation for Christmas. I did everything but take care of me, and I was hurting in some way. How do you avoid those kinds of things? How do you avoid being so overwhelmed with things that you're really not enjoying the season at all and you're really not grasping the meaning behind it? All right. So, some things that you may want to do, you may want to do more walks, you may want to get more fresh air. Make sure that you plan. You get busier around this season, right? Make sure that you plan what you're going to do each day. That way, as things start to happen, you're not so overwhelmed and feeling that they're hitting you all at one time. Something else, a lot of us really get stuck overspending too much around the holidays, right? And that puts us in a place of being overwhelmed. How do you do that? How do you manage something like that? Make sure you create a budget and stick with it. Create a holiday budget. Write down specifically what you're going to buy, who you're going to buy for, and what you're going to do to decorate the house, for example, for meals. Make sure you budget for everything so that during the holidays, you don't feel that overwhelm of being financially overspent. That is the worst thing. And even worse when January 1st comes and those bills start rolling in. Pace yourself. It is so important that you don't try to decorate, cook, pack if you're going out of town, purchase gifts, make all your calls all in the same day. Make sure that you plan things out so that you have some space between and then you pace yourself so that you are not putting yourself in physical harm like I frequently did, but you're putting yourself and you're setting yourself up for success. Stay organized. That's huge. Organization for me is something that will definitely affect my mental. I say it all the time. Chaos puts me in a total different place. And in many instances, it totally handicaps me and just puts me in a place where I can't move at all. I have to have things in order. And when they're out of order, life feels out of order. I mean, it can be a room, it can be the kitchen table. If something is in total disarray, that really messes with my head and I can't function to get things done. So, for that reason, staying organized is something that's important to me. And making sure to get rid of clutter is also something that's important because that will help you to be able to progress and get things done. All right. And not put you in a place where you're stuck. Reach out for help. That's another thing. Don't feel like you have to do everything on your own. If help is available, get some help. Let them know that you need some help. Have somebody to help you with that Christmas dinner that you're trying to plan for your family. And a number of them are coming over and bringing friends. All right. Tell them, okay, I could use some help with somebody bringing a dish. Make it your best dish that you bring. You don't have to take on the whole weight of doing everything and then feeling like everything about your house, everything about your table has to be perfect. You can get help around that. Remember, make sure that you are creating memories even in the midst of trying to get everything done. Make sure that you take time to sit down and jot down things that happened during the season. Where are kids at this stage? What ages are they? What are the things that they're doing? How are the older people in the family? What are they doing? What are they saying that's reminiscent of times of old? What are the things that you're doing in the evening after you finish dinner and you're sitting around the fireplace and watching TV? Make note of those things and don't get so encumbered in everything that's going on that you miss out on the beauty of the season and the real meaning of the seasons of Thanksgiving and Christmas. Don't get caught up in the commercialism. Say that 5 times fast of it all. Make sure that you understand and get behind the meeting and have an attitude of gratitude and remember the reason why we celebrate Christmas and the reason being Christ's birth. All right. So just a few things that I wanted to tell you about handling anxiety and overwhelm during the holidays. Yeah, it can happen, but if you plan appropriately, dedicate and focus on making sure that you spend some time on self care, making sure that you declutter and you plan and you ask for help, all of those things will help to make the season more tolerable. It will help you to push through some of the um, sad days that you may have in remembering members, family, friends who have gone on. Make sure that you focus on the good things and let those memories enlighten you and brighten your day as you focus on the fact that you are still here and it is now your time to create legacies and go ahead and pull in traditions perhaps that you start even on your own to add to those that you grew up with and loved so much. All right. So that's it. Quick thought for Thursday. Few tips on handling things and making sure that you maintain your sanity during the holidays. Speaking of the holidays, I will try to come next Thursday, but there is no guarantee. I want to make sure that all of you know that I frequently think of those who watch me. I frequently think of those who follow things that I do, and of course, participate in things that I do. And when I think of you, I pray for you so that I will make sure that I'm giving you the kinds of things that you need to hear. And I'm thankful because I have the opportunity to share with you the things that are near and dear to me and things that I know will help you through life, period. Because we all could use some life help, right? We can all profit from one another's journey. We all have things in our journey that is not things that are just not for us, but things that are there so that we can help someone else because our journey may resonate with someone. However, it may not resonate with everyone. There's a story, there's help there for everybody. And I always say, we are uniquely here for a unique reason. Our purpose and our mission is unique, just as unique as our thumbprint. So as I close out, I encourage you as usual to go out and be boldly yourself. Realize, my risers, that age has absolutely nothing to do with your dreams that don't have an expiration date. Go for it. We are in our prime. Go for the things that you desire to do. Know that it's never too late to develop professionally or personally. And know that you are enough, just the way you are, just who you are, and in doing the things that you do. Live a life on purpose and live in purpose. All right. That's it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If I don't speak with you again before next Thursday, be safe, love real hard on your family and your friends, and be thankful. All right. Everybody, have a good evening.